When using the drill press, there are a few things I want you to remember. First of all, when installing a drill bit into the chuck, make sure the make sure it's definitely unplugged. Alright? So it's got to be unplugged when you're doing that. Now, the key for the chuck is sitting right up here. Please make sure it always gets put back afterwards. And basically you just twist it back and forth to open up the area here where the drill bit's going to sit, and just turn it counterclockwise to tighten it. Oh, counterclockwise that is. There we go. Okay, and make sure you don't have the drill bit going the actual the cutting area of the drill bit in terms of the you want to be right on there, so it's just a solid metal all the way around. Alright, I'm not getting into, see, there's where it starts right there. It starts right there, so I'm above, I've brought it down below that. Okay, and then when you tighten it up, put the key in there, turn it clockwise, make sure it's snug, put the key back. Okay, don't plug it in yet. You're going to put your piece of work that you're going to drill into the vise. So leave the bolts loose here to adjust it as need be, so you can put this where you want. And of course, you're going to tighten it up. And then you're going to make sure it's in the area you want. And then you can tighten up the bolts here using a socket and ratchet and a wrench if you need be to make sure this is tight. We never cut something and hold the workpiece itself. We always put it in a vise. So that way, if something happened where the drill bit jammed or something, this is just gonna, all the energy will go into this and it won't be able to move because it's gonna be tightened down. If you're holding with your hand only, bad things are gonna happen. Alright? Now, when it comes to actually drilling a hole in metal, you want to first use a center punch with a very sharp point on the end. And notice I have it in the punch holder, so I don't have to worry about hitting my hand. And you have to put a hole, not a hole, but a dimple. So see these little dimples here? They were created using a center punch. You hold it on there, then you use your ball-peen hammer, and boom. Alright, and it puts a little dimple there, so when the drill bit starts, it's not gonna want to wave around. It'll stay right where you want it. Okay, so always use a center punch to put a little dimple in the metal before you drill the metal itself. Now, when it comes to this box of drill bits, look how many are in here. My goodness, there's a lot. Right? So, how do we know which size is which? It says right on here. Okay? This one says 7/32. So how do I know which box here is 7/32? Well, we go up here to where they're all marked. Now, unfortunately, they're marked in such a way that you got to kind of hold it like this, and like this little box represents this one. This box represents this one. This box way up here represents this one. So you got to make sure you line it up straight when you're done with the drill bit and you put it away. Okay, so 7/32 it says 7/32. This says 7/32, so right there. Okay. If you are drilling your piece of metal and it starts making a squeaking noise, two things. It's dull. It needs sharpening. So we're going to take that drill bit out if you hear that squeaking sound, and we're going to sharpen it. The other thing you can do to prevent a drill bit from getting dull is take the oil can, and when you're drilling your hole, alright, let's say I was drilling a hole right down in here. You could take the oil can and spray a few shots of oil onto there, and that will basically cool it off and reduce the friction and make that drill bit last longer. Alright? If you get an old drill bit, maybe you're using not a drill bit out of here, but one from down I have under here, and you're unsure what, oh wait, 1 second, I should also point this out. Never leave that in there, ever. Never leave it in there and go do something. Always make sure that is never in there unless you're actually tightening or loosening, okay? In case you accidentally turn on the machine, it would fly off. But in terms of a drill bit, I was saying, if you're unsure which one it goes in because you can't read what it says on here anymore, you could take this little tool, right? And let's see. Okay, won't fit, won't fit. No, won't fit. Ah, there, it fits. No, won't fit in that one, but it will in that one. So what size is it? It is 15/64. And then you can come back to here, find the one that says 15/64 and put that away. Alright? If you, I'm just going to tighten this up here. I want to show you something. Okay, I got that tight. If I plug it in, nothing else is around. If I turn it on, before you start drilling, you want to make sure that it's not wavering side to side, because that's the indication of a bent drill bit. So make sure the drill bit is staying nice and vertical, not going side to side. Okay? So that's another point I want to mention. Unplug it again, because I'm not using it. Obviously I can adjust, I can move it up and down here, and I can adjust how far it moves up and down by turning these two lock nuts, so I can control what the maximum depth will be when I push down on the handle. Also, I can move the table up and down by loosening this, and then I can move the whole table up, down, side to side, and then re-tighten it again, okay, once you find the height you want. So you can make adjustments using this, you can make adjustments using this, and of course you control the up and down here, and I can undo the two bolts here and move the whole vise back and forth, so you should be able to get it where you want. Okay? So that is the drill press. So remember some basics. You do not want your fingers anywhere near that. Don't use your breath to blow the filings off. Alright? They could fly up, those metal filings, and get around your safety glasses into your eyes maybe. So be very careful about that. And when you're all done, please wipe off the oil. Don't take the oil can and spray it all over, please. If you're not sure if there's oil, put it on the corner right here. Yep, there's oil. And then you can come over here and spray it on your spot. And then wipe this off. Alright? And make sure the drill bit box, when you're done with it, gets closed up. Be careful when opening, otherwise the bits will fall out and get mixed up. And I will make you put every single one of those away. And if I find one out of place, I'm going to make you do it again. Alright, and then you can just slide that back there. So be careful with that. Make sure all your other tools get put away. And once again, this key, make sure it's always put back in there. Alright, and that's the drill press. And there are other drill bits under here if we need a different size other than what's in that box. I have some bigger ones and some smaller ones in here.